Hello, my name is Neil Morans and I'd like to welcome you to Going Dutch Around the World. Over the next 5 years, I hope you'll join me as I travel the globe to see how the world relates to the bicycle. Going Dutch isn't a typical global challenge in as much as it isn't based on travelling the world in the shortest possible distance or setting the fastest possible time for doing so. But rather, it's an everyday cycle ride that will take me initially to the Netherlands and then to Canada and North America and then down to South America, across to New Zealand and Australia and then up through Asia, as high up as Japan and then over to Beijing, and from Beijing down towards and into the Middle East and then around Africa, across Europe and then back ultimately to the UK. The bike I'm using for this everyday cycle ride isn't a bespoke touring bike or indeed a touring bike. My chosen bike for this challenge is a standard typical Dutch bike whose greatness lies in being robust, durable and likely to last a Dutchman a lifetime. You'll have noticed I'm not in the first flush of youth. Indeed, I'll be 55 later this year, but I have cycled all my adult life, and there was a time when I wouldn't have thrown my leg across the crossbar without first donning lycra. But a change came when I started cycling regularly in the Netherlands and saw firsthand the Dutch attachment to the bike and their commitment to everyday cycling. I plan to camp for the duration of the trip, mostly to keep costs down, but I also think it will add a different dynamic to the tour as I travel around the world. But in the larger towns and cities where I have more formal interviews to do, I will use B&B accommodation. So, an everyday cycle ride around the world. Sitting here on a February morning, I'm not sure what lies ahead. I'm fairly confident there'll be highs and lows, ups and downs, and breakdowns, both mechanical and emotional. But I hope you'll join me as I cycle around the globe and visit what is likely to be more than 110 countries. Going Dutch around the world isn't a risk-free project. It would be foolish to think that it was. However, I do take comfort from reading the blogs of other explorers and adventurers who talk about the kindness of strangers. It seems wherever you go in the world, somebody is willing to embrace you as a brother, or a sister accordingly. While Going Dutch Around the World is about bikes and cycling, it is also, through choice, a story of detachment, of being other, and reliant on the kindness of strangers. For the duration of the project, I want to raise awareness and funds for the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, the UNHCR, and the amazing work they do in support of those people who, through no fault of their own, are forced to flee conflict and persecution, and in a way that I can't fully imagine, have to rely on the kindness of strangers. I hope to visit refugee projects and services and will share with you my experiences. You can read more about the UNHCR on the Going Dutch Around the World website. Follow the links and you'll be able to make your donation to support the work of this amazing organisation. The entire Going Dutch Around the World project will be made available in podcast and video formats, with links to access them made available on the website. Finally, I would love to hear from you if you've got any questions or comments on the Going Dutch Around the World project. Perhaps you've got questions or you want to share your own experiences of cycling around the world. Either way, I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me en route to the Netherlands and beyond. Until the next time, cheerio and safe cycling.